Evening folks, Dan Shizzle here. Right, so I got contacted by Callum at Health-e-Vape, and he said that he wanted to send me a few bits and pieces for review, and obviously I said okay, yeah, okay, we'll do some reviews, and he sent me that. This is the K1000 e-pipe by Kamry. It comes, you get the bolt, you get a drip tip, you get a Vivinova like clear miser, but I'll show you everything you get in the little case it comes with in a little while. It's an 18350 pipe and performs rather good. I'm using it with an AGI at the moment, but that's just because my AGI, me and my AGI are the best of friends. Excuse me. Wow. Nearly blew my own head off. Yeah, me and the AGI is my go-to atomizer when I just want something simple that will work. I know I can stick a micro coil on there and it'd be banging. But yeah, and I think it looks rather swish with the pipe. The only sort of thing is with this pipe is the 510 connection is rather narrow, so you're gonna struggle to find an ATI that will sit really nice on it. I think the AGI sits quite nice. The Vivinova they sent with it does sit kind of nice on it, and I've been using the Killer in an AGR tank, and that sits quite nice as well. It's not anywhere near me, so I can't grab it. Yeah. So what we do is I'm just gonna have one more vape. Performing rather nice. I'm gonna have, yeah, I've just had one more vape. We're not gonna have another one. We're going to the close-ups. I'll show you its makeup. I'll show it off basically. See you in a second. Now, this is our K1000 e-pipe. I've got a bit of an OCD of having that power pointing towards the atomizer, so but it does spin freely, so you can have it wherever you want it. Right, so this is obviously just a drip tip. It does fit on other mods. I've been using it on an iOS, I've been using it on the Vivinova it came with, obviously I've been using it on the AGI. It's just a standard 510 drip tip. Apparently it's too long to fit in a Pro Tank, so bear that in mind. If you was thinking of using a Pro Tank with this pipe, the pipe stem will fit, but you will have an O-ring showing. So we'll just take this AGI off. And stick it there. Then we have our pipe. Am I out of focus? I think I am a little. 1 second. There. So here's our pipe. Here's our 510 connector. This 510 connection is a sort of strange affair. There's the standard connection, I'd call what you'd call it. It's not an ego thread, so again, no Pro Tank minis, no anything really. I can't fit an iClear 16 on here either, so it really is 510 devices only, unless you happen to have an ego device with a really large ego thread, which I don't think many exist. So yeah, but I do like this 510 connection for the simple reason is it's sort of fully adjustable. If you've got a mod that's got a, if you've got an atomizer that has a slightly larger 510 connection, such as, I don't have any near me, a slightly larger 510 connection would be the K1000, but I don't know where I put that either. There it is. Now the Health-e-Cigar K1000, which I am planning on doing a video of soon, it does have a slightly, to my, what I would call standard, it's slightly long. It's stuck to another mod at the moment, excuse me. can't get it off the other mod, so, but a K1000 looks ridiculous on here anyway. A K1000 Mini on the other hand. Right, anyway, so we have an adjustable 510 connection. What that allows us to do is, what I have been doing is I've been unscrewing it, and I've been screwing the atomizer into that 510 connection fully, so that you get all of your threads from the atomizer into the 510 collar, if you like, and then screwing it down onto the connection like so. And that's how I've been doing it. It's a good 510 connection. I've not had anything that won't fire on it, so that to me means it's a good 510 connection. Then we have our switch. Now the switch is a pretty basic affair. It's just an unscrew to get it off. Inside lies our 350 battery that came in the kit. You do get 2 of those batteries inside one of these little Kamry cases. So, and the Kamry cases is quite good. It's a hard case sort of affair. So now inside here is our spring, and if you can see down into there, I'm not sure if you can, we should be able to see a little red wire. Now what that indicates is that this isn't a true mechanical. It's mechanical in the sense that it's got no circuit, or no electronics, sorry, but it's not mechanical in the fact that it has wire. So anything too low in ohm, you might burn out your wires, and nobody wants that really. So yeah, I believe all of this is chrome plated brass. I mean, outer shell might be aluminium, but I'm not sure. When I find out some more tech specs, I'll put some tech specs in the description. So obviously you want to put your 350 back in like that, and then we'll stick it to one side so I can show you this switch. This switch is a very basic switch. Now it works well enough, but there's no adjustment that I can possibly find. I mean, I've tried grabbing hold of this pin and sort of pulling out a little, and it doesn't have it. So what you see is what you get with the switch, really. I mean, it is a really light touch switch. You don't need a lot of force really to press it, and it does look pretty decent on top of this pipe, but there's no adjustment there. It doesn't need any adjustment as long as you're using flat top 18 350s. You won't need any adjustment. It's just an auto. It will fire. So yeah, there's not really a lot I can show you about it, to be honest. I've shown you pretty much everything I can show you, because it is I hate the word basic, but it is a basic mod. You've got an 18 350 compartment in here, and a switch here, and it leads up to this 510 connection here, and we do have some markings on the bottom. Kamry E-pipe K1000. One thing I will say is it's quite a heavy beast. I wasn't expecting it to weigh as much as it does. Now that to me is no bad thing, because I like a bit of weight behind my mods. I like to know there's something in my hand. So again, that's good. That's good for me. Drip tip's nice. I think I've run out of things to say, so what we'll do is we'll come back up, we'll see how it vapes, and we'll have a little discussion about it. See you in a second. Oh, one more thing is I didn't show you the little Vivinova that it came with. Here's the little Vivinova that it came with. I keep saying Vivinova. It's not a Vivinova. It is a K1000 atomizer. But once you see inside, that is a Vivinova. It's a single coil, and there's a little chamber. Yeah, it's a Vivinova to me anyway. That's what I would class it as, is a different style of Vivinova. 510 connects on there is non-adjustable, but it is spring loaded, so that's always good. Yeah, but these perform decently enough. I mean, if you don't have any rebuildables, or this is going to be a whole kit for someone, this will perform decent enough. I'll show you the performance of it when we come back up. So for now, that is it, and I'll see you in a second when we're seeing how it vapes. Now you might be asking yourself, so you've got the Vivinova in the kit, and why don't you use it? Well, to my mind, I've gone past the Vivinova stage. I don't like to use them anymore. There's loads of people that do, don't get me wrong, but me and Vivinovas never really did get on. So I mean, I had Vivinovas when I first started, and I was on my Vamo then, so that was what, 8 months ago basically. Oh, pardon me. And my Vamo was my first mod, and it was the only mod I used for about 4 or 5 months. I tried Vivinovas then because I thought they looked kind of nice on top. Me and Vivinovas have never got on because I always seem to get dry hits on Vivinovas, and there's nothing I can do differently to stop them. So I've sort of stopped using them. I've moved on to stuff that is mostly bottom coil now, so yeah. So let's see how this vapes anyway. I'll stop rambling about Vivinovas. Performance is decent. You're not getting as hard a hit as you would on a full mechanical. For me, it's sort of, yeah, you know that I mean, this is a freshly charged battery, so we're gonna get a decent hit anyway. But as soon as the battery voltage starts dropping, you can really feel it on this mod. Yeah, I think that's more down to the wire at the bottom over anything else. The wire connection up into the 510 connection is what is sort of weak point of this mod. But saying that, the Smok E-pipe actually also has a soldered 510 connection, and that has a little wire running as well, so people are happy enough with those. This seems to be the same sort of makeup in just a different case. So if you're happy with how that performs and you want another pipe, by all means, go ahead. Yeah, it's performing decent. I mean, that microcoil in there sits at 1.5 ohms, so it's decent. What I got through the post today, I've only just remembered that it came through, is the ProTank 3. So let's see how that looks on it, because that's a bit smaller in diameter. So 1 second. I didn't even think of using the ProTank 3 on here, and I've just seen it out of the corner of my eye. I need some juice. You have to excuse me. If you've watched my videos before, you know that they can sometimes be a bit of a train wreck, but I always get to the point in the end. Right, I'm going to fill up this ProTank 3. I've got some juicy watermelon at the moment, which is rather lovely. Up to there. Yep. Now where'd I put that ProTank 3 head? There it is. Screw that down. That was a primer puff, by the way. So how does that look on there? So again, we're screwing out that 510 collar, and then we're screwing your atomizer into the collar, and then screwing down. There we go. No, actually, I'm liking the look of that a lot. Much better. See how it performs. Not bad, actually. That's my first actual drag on a ProTank 3 as well. So now the ProTank 3 comes with a collar. I'm wondering. Sorry, this is turned into a bit of a fiddle with. No, naturally that sounds so. I'm not even going to say that. Let's see if that collar will fit on them threads. No. So you can't use the collar. We'll throw that idea straight out the window. And it's such a shame, because the way that this is made up, even if they were to have made this collar, because it seems the right size for an ego connection, even if they would have made it just threaded, just the ego threaded, even 1 or 2 ego threads, I don't know, because the main devices out there that people will use on this is going to be the clearomisers for my eyes, and there goes that Pro Tank. The drip tip does fit, but you can just see a few O-rings, or an O-ring just there. You see it? It's just out by maybe 2-3 millimeters. But it performs decent enough on there. I can't moan with the performance of it. See how it does with a shorter drip tip. It does decent. Yeah. So I think I've shown you pretty much everything I can about this device. If I've missed anything, I don't know what the bloody hell it is. But yeah, that was the Kamry K1000 e-pipe. It's available from Health-e-Vape for the price of $45.99, I think. For $45.99, I would say it's decent. You're getting 2 batteries in the kit. The batteries that came with it are Kamry branded. There's no, as long as you're using 1.2 and up ohms on those batteries, I'd call them safe. I wouldn't go any lower than say 0.9, 0.8 ohms on that wire, just in case you was to burn it out, because I've not seen any way of actually getting back in there to solder it back to the spring. If you could get back in there, it wouldn't be a problem, because it's only a wire. You can resolder a wire quite easily, but you can't actually physically get to it, not any way that I've seen anyway. I don't know. No. So to be safe, err on the side of caution and stay sort of 0.9 and up. But then this mod isn't really made for sub ohms and all that sort of thing. This mod is made for someone who wants to sit with a pipe, someone who wants to just have that pipe feel, and it does that really well, I've got to say. Right, anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. It's available from Health-e-Vape for the price of around £45. The exact price I'll put in the description with a link. Yeah, that was the K1000, and I've been Dan for Shizzle, and I'll see you in the next one.